ain't gonna lie, y'all. Throughout the years, people always wanted to know what's some of the funniest inmate nicknames that I've came across while I was locked up inside a Florida prison. And I've spoke on different nicknames, you know, the most common ones, the most funniest ones, how they've gotten them, etc. But for this one here, I'm going to be talking about an officer's nickname. And it's not really a funny nickname, but it's funny how he got it. So let's go ahead and get into it and talk about it, and we're going to let you know, man. Same time of the week, better be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell them my face, don't make me come over there. I run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nothing, break bread with dogs. Putting on for each side, David, this K-fraud, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get there's a price on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up on care, but you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip, getting tatted with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Fraud TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today I'm going to be talking about a specific nickname that an officer got inside of prison. Alright, now, I'm going to talk about the situation that led to it. I'm going to talk about what his name was before the nickname and everything, alright? And to me, it's funny how he got it. Due to the simple fact that, you know, sometimes officers, you know, they be overstepping their boundaries inside of prison, okay? Now, if you're somebody that's been to prison before, you already know that some guards can definitely abuse their authority. You know, they can put their hands on you more often than they're supposed to. They can talk to you all disrespectful, try to call you out your name and criticize your character. You know, they do all that stuff when you are locked up. And a lot of times, it's not even called for, you know what I'm saying? They do it because they're allowed to, and they can't get away with it, all right? Now, this officer that I'm going to be speaking about, while I was locked up, he was an officer that a lot of people, you know, like, would kind of like mention if you seen him, like, oh, there goes such and such. Oh, tuck your shirt in, there goes such and such. Because you knew you didn't want to give him a reason, you know, to just stop you when you're walking across the compound or walking out to wreck or anything. You didn't even want to make eye contact with him because he's going to say something slick. He's going to pull you over like a cop does when you're driving in a car. He's going to pull your ass right on over. He's going to pat you down frisky. He's going to talk so much shit in your ear while he's doing it just to try you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you'll see people go to confinement for nothing just because they couldn't keep their cool and deal with the insults that he was giving them, you understand? So it's like, even if you ain't got nothing on you and you're not riding dirty and he pulls you over, he's gonna disrespect you and he's gonna talk so much trash to you and be so like touchy as far as like slamming you up against the gate, yanking your pockets out, like feel like you're trying to rip your pants, you know, like just overdoing it to where if you can't, you know, deal with it and you ain't, you know, cool, calm, and collective about it, he's gonna end up taking you to confinement. All because you couldn't take, you know, his attitude, basically. You feel me? So, when I got to prison and I landed at this institution, his last name was Seagull. Like, you know, the actor, like Steven Seagal. And everybody used to be like, there goes Seagull, there goes Seagull. You know what I'm saying? So, everyone knew to be on your P's and Q's. You know, don't even look at them, you know, just go about your business. You feel me? Now, a couple, you know, I'd say about 6 months into my bid at this specific camp, one day, you know, that officer met his maker, okay? Now, what he did is, he ended up stopping a group of people that were walking back that worked inside of the chow hall. And normally when the kitchen workers come back from the chow hall, they usually have like canteen bags, and they might have an extra set of clothes in there, or they might have some damn food they're stealing. You know, you never know what it is. And he happened to pull them boys over. Now, of course, he ain't doing nothing wrong by pulling them over because I guess he's supposed to stop people from stealing from the chow hall. But his intentions wasn't to just pull them over to see if they had contraband or anything stolen from the chow hall. He wants to get all aggressive, get all up in your face. And I seen him do this to one other inmate on the rec yard before. Soon as he goes to talking to you, he tries to rush up on you real aggressively with his chest against your chest, his face dead ass like on your face like this, and then if you don't move your face, he headbutts you. You know what I'm saying? Like he tries to bump heads with you while screaming in your face. You get what I'm saying? So he did that to this fellow inmate that was coming back from work in the chow hall. He ran up on them boys, put his chest all up against a bunch of them and everything. And when he got to this one inmate, he rubbed his head against his head and was screaming at him. That inmate cocked back, bow, and headbutted him. Now, of course, when the inmate headbutted him, he dropped like a ton of bricks. He hit the ground, grabbed his face and everything like that. Bunch of officers that weren't even close by seen an officer hit the deck from way over there. So now they're all running up and everything. You know, they're got to take time to get across the compound. But what made it even worse was when he fell and he hit that deck, the inmate that headbutted him, that was standing there while he was rolling around holding his nose, the inmate that was standing above him kicked him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he kicked him twice, 3 times or what, but he kicked him while he was on the ground. So you know they beat his ass, you know, once it was time. They didn't just take him to confinement and ship him peacefully. You know, they beat him, you feel me? But the whole meaning of the thing was, by the guard running up, putting his face and headbutting him and shit, when he headbutted him, let him know how's it feel, you know, and the guard hit the deck, he broke the guard's nose. Now, when he broke the guard's nose, you already know, instantly, whoop, both black eyes, you feel me? Because normally when your nose gets broke, your eyes are going to get black. You see what I'm saying? So, couple days go by, you know, we don't see the guard. You know, he's kind of like, he ain't around. We just hear that an inmate knocked him out, you know. People change the story around so many different times. Did you hear who stabbed Officer Seagull? Did you hear that, you know, it wasn't even what it really was? You know, oh, he knocked him out and this and that. It was a headbutt. But he did drop him, you know, so it's considered, you know. So, a few days go by, guard comes back to work. Like, you know, he's still working and everything. He's got his nose all wrapped up, big and bandaged and everything. And he's got 2 black shiners right here. So, next thing you know, his nickname on the compound is Coon. People be like, there goes Officer Coon, because he had 2 black eyes like a raccoon. You see what I'm saying? So, from there on out, when he got that nickname, I don't know if that guard even liked that nickname at first. Because if you looked at him, or if you said Officer Coon, he'd come up on you, boy. He's taking you to confinement. He was like an extra dickhead. You feel me? But then later on, you know, he started like yelling at inmates in their face and letting them know, like, oh, you know what time it is. You've heard of Officer Coon. You've heard of... So he started bragging about that name. You feel me? I thought it was funny how he got the name. You know, you walk around with your chest out like you got a savage nickname or something from doing something savage. Well, nah. You got the nickname Officer Coon because you got 2 black eyes from being headbutted by an inmate. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, you come across a bunch of, you know, nicknames inside of prison, you know. Officers also, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have an officer in there, his name might be some gangster street name. And inmates know who it is that they're referring to, you know what I'm saying, when they talk about them. You feel me? And then you got inmates, of course, that have nicknames. Some got savage nicknames. Some got funny nicknames. Some just got the childhood nickname they had when they were a kid. Or some just get called by their last name. Because a lot of places when you're locked up, they just call you by your last name more than anything. You feel me? But for him to get headbutted in order to get that nickname, you know, he felt like he was the shit because he was an officer now with a nickname. And I remember when he first came back after them couple days with the 2 shiners and his nose was wrapped up like that, he pulled me over, believe it or not. And it was because I looked at him too long. But I was walking, I had my hands behind my back, you know what I'm saying? We were walking across the compound and I'm talking to the people, like my dog behind me. So as we're walking in line, we see him standing over there, and as I'm talking, I'm like mumbling, you know, like over my shoulder so my dog behind me can hear me. But I'm looking at him like, damn, he got banged up, you feel me? And I'm like, that shit look like it hurt, bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. Look at that boy's shit. Both them shit shiners. And he happened to look over at me and seen me like this, looking at him and talking. He says, Harris, pulls me right out of line. Keep going to the line, pulls me over. You plotting on me? That's what he says. And I said, no, sir. He's like, you sure you ain't plotting on me? I said, no, sir. He's like, why you looking at me and whispering?
I said, I was just, you know, talking out loud, but I was like, damn, that shit look like it hurt. Right? That's the only thing I could think is, you know, that's what it really was. And he's like, oh, you got jokes, huh? And I said, nah, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I dead ass was looking at you. I'm thinking like, damn, that shit hurt. I could tell it hurt. Like, his nose, dog, was still wrapped up, bro. And it was so big and swollen and purple, like bloody, bruised. You know what I'm saying? To where I know, bro, like if you just touched it, you feel me? So in my mind, I'm like, here he fucking with people. You know, what if they start making it a domino effect? You know, what if someone's like, you know, you only picking on people and pulling people over now, but we heard what just happened to you. You feel me? Now, what if someone else wants to headbutt him? Re-break that motherfucker. Or, you know, what if everyone else just takes it into where we're all going to headbutt his ass until they finally get him off the compound? He's considered a threat now. Everywhere he goes, inmates are headbutting him and knocking him out or hurting him. You know what I'm saying? So I told him. I was like, nah. I just said, that shit looked like it hurt. Oh, you got jokes. I said, nah, I'm just being dead ass serious. That's what I was saying. And he's like, oh, I catch you looking at me again, you're going to go to confinement. And then, you know, I took it amongst myself to let him know this, which, you know, most days I wanted of, but it was like, I felt like, you know, I'm gonna take the gamble, you know, because he's probably gonna take me to confinement. And I said, Sarge, I'm just gonna let you know I ain't do shit wrong, but, you know, threatening me with the box ain't nothing. I done did plenty of box time. You get what I'm saying? And if you weren't like trying to pick on inmates and you weren't trying to get over on people and constantly harass people, your nose wouldn't be bandaged right now. So he says, get up against the gate. Throws me up against the gate. Grabs his cuffs. I got my hand behind my back. He's putting one cuff on. Next thing you know, he looks over and I'm thinking I'm going to the box. I already knew this is probably what it was. You feel me? So ain't no more laughing with me no more. You feel me? Now it's just like, you know, don't try to be cool. You know, don't tell me no jokes or nothing. Don't try to be a buddy officer or none of that. Because I'm going to give you what you're looking for. You feel me? I'm going to yell at your ass, right? So as he's putting the cuff on, my hands behind my back, like I'm going to the box. Other inmates that are walking by, he's like, stop right there. You, get back to the dorm. And he just lets me leave. You feel me? I think he just wanted to scare me to see how I was going to act about going to confinement. But I knew at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, he probably would have took me to the box if them other inmates didn't happen to be coming walking by for something. You see? And for him to just let me go that easily, knew he was going to take me to the box on some petty shit. Just to be a dickhead. You see, these are the type of guards that you deal with. And a lot of times, my problem is, I'll end up in confinement because they'll try to pick on me or do something wrong at like the worst time. You know, like I could go to Vizzo, have a bad Vizzo, and I'll be on my way back from Vizzo, not in a good mood, and they'll try something. Or I could be in a rush to the barbershop to get shaved or a haircut or whatever because I have Vizzo. Or, you know, like, I'll be quick to turn this money slip in so I can order songs on my MP. And the window's about to close. If I don't get to it, then I gotta wait another fucking 2 weeks. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I gotta go to property to get my books that I got ordered before they decide to send them back. You feel me? I got like, it'd be like when you're in a rush to go somewhere. That's when I feel like these guards got like perfect timing with fucking with you. But when you're just straight up like, ain't got nothing to worry about, ain't nothing... No deadline on anything, and you're just doing you and ain't nothing to really worry about. Them guards don't really be a hassle like that. But they got the perfect timing when to pick you out. You know what I'm saying? And decide to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because once I had that run-in with that officer, Officer Coon, a couple months go by and he starts bragging about his name, to where next thing you know, that name became a joke. You feel me? Like, when he'd come on the rec yard, everybody would just start laughing out loud, pointing, saying, Officer Coon, look at Officer Coon. And you could see his face get red. He's embarrassed. You feel me? He tried to take something bad and turn it into a good situation. You feel me? By him being, you know, his nose broke and shit. He tried to turn it into something good and make it look like his name was something. But then it backfired on him completely when everybody started like bullying up on him and making fun of it. Now, they only dealt with it that, you know, not that long of him bringing people to confinement for petty stuff afterwards. See, he started locking people up just for making fun of his nickname. You get what I'm saying? And then when everybody's, you know, DR hearings are saying that you called him Officer Coon, then they started saying, well, that's what he says his nickname is. And then after they got enough DRs written up, he called me Coon. He Coon this, Coon that. And then when they started exposing that was his nickname and he was telling people that was his nickname, a lot of them DRs started not sticking. So it was like you see the wave of a bunch of people going to confinement, and then you see a bunch of people going to confinement and getting their DRs dropped. And the next thing you know, before you know it, Officer Coon was gone. He wasn't there no more. They got rid of him. They gave him like outside detour, outside the gate, or they transferred him to another camp. He was like more of a hassle towards inmates. He was known for trying to make inmates' time more miserable. You see what I'm saying? Then actually taking it out on inmates that, you know, deserve it. You feel me? Like he'll literally pull people over and take people to confinement for no reason because they got aggravated with how he was being hands-on with them. Meanwhile, at the same time, there's a stabbing in another dorm. Then when they question him, where were you at? Oh, I had 2 inmates apprehended over here, you know, that were doing this, that. And then they see the DRs that these 2 inmates got, and they are not serious enough to not be where you should have been when these other inmates got stabbed at. You see what I'm saying? And he ended up getting taken off the pound. You feel me? Now, to me, that's one of the funniest nicknames of an officer. And the only reason why is because how he got it. You understand? Now, if he would have just came to that institution and that was what he told people to call him, it wouldn't have been that much of a, you know. But the backstory of how he ended up getting his nose broke, getting the 2 black eyes, because he liked to rub heads and yell at people in their face. Oh, you won't hit me, you won't hit me. Or nothing like that. I wish you would, I wish you would. And all that shit. And then, you know, he met his maker. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you're there and an officer gets their nickname, or even an inmate, when they get their nickname, when you're there and you see how they got their nickname, it shows more of a character about them. You understand? Like if it's someone that's soft and all of a sudden they get a savage nickname, you'll be like, bro, that shit does not fit them at all. They're just trying to scare people with that nickname. Or if it's someone that you know is a savage, known for stabbing people, you know, known for really getting into business and handling up, and then they get like a gangster nickname, you'll be like, oh, okay, I understand why he got his. It makes sense. It fits him. You feel me? But as far as like not being there, and then they got a nickname, oh yeah, what they call you? Oh, they call me Killer 2000. Okay, 2000. I'm gonna cut the killer straight out. I'm gonna call you 2000. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense, like, and it's more funny to know how he got that. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're someone that's been locked up and you seen an officer get a nickname and they got it from a certain way, drop it in the comment section, let everybody know. You feel me? Or if you're was an inmate yourself and you got a nickname in there and they ended up giving you a nickname, drop in there how you got your nickname. See, me, I went to prison. My nickname was already K-Frog from when I was a jit on the streets. You know what I'm saying? My first initial was a K. You feel me? And Frog, I used to just always get in the shit. So it's like, you feel me? Froggy Leap. So they called me K-Frog. And then I had an older cousin that died when I was like 13, 12. His name was K-Dog. You feel what I'm saying? He had the same first name as me and everything. He had a K for his initial and Dog is his last name. And mine was K, Frog, you feel me? And I just been called it as I was a jit, you know what I'm saying? And I literally had it tatted on my wrist right here before I ever even got locked up. You know, my mom, rest in peace to her, she used to call me Frog. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had that nickname since I was a kid. You feel me? But some people, you know, they'll go to prison and they'll get a nickname. And they'll come home and say, oh, that's what they call me now. Like I had a homeboy one time when I first met him. His name was TD, you know, like a touchdown. And I'll be like, TD, what's up with you? That's the nickname I met him when I met him in the county jail. Next thing you know, he goes to prison for like 6 years. He gets out and he's like, oh, bro, it ain't TD no more, bro. It's Smoke. Call me Smoke. So I'm like, Smoke? I mean, like in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm calling you TD. You feel me? Because it's like, I don't know you as Smoke, bro. I can't just change your name in my fucking catalog in my head. Unless I was there and you changed your name. It ain't like we rappers and all of a sudden we going from this name to that name. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of didn't really fit. And I'm like, Smoke? Like, man, what the fuck? Like, that don't, like, I don't understand it, bro. You feel me? But if you're somebody that got your nickname while you were locked up, drop it in there and let people know why you got it. Or if you had your nickname before you went to, you know, anything. Or if you never even been locked up and you got a nickname, let everybody know why they gave you the nickname. You feel me? The backstories of the nicknames is what matters the most. You know what I'm saying? And people will try to take why you got your nickname and try to twirl it and shit like that. Like another reason for K-Frog, when I was younger, all the females used to say, oh yeah, that's why they call him K-Frog, because he leaps from hoe to hoe. Yeah, that's why they call you that, huh? That's what I can't tell you how many of them said that to me. You know what I'm saying? That they think it's got something to do with leaping from female to female, my nickname, you understand? But I've had it since I was a jit, you know what I'm saying? And then when my peoples, like my parents that were alive at the time, would try to stick up for me with the females would think, oh, that's your family, they're just gonna stick up for you. And I'm like, I mean, it is what it is, you feel me? But I thought the officer getting that nickname Coon from getting 2 black eyes like a raccoon from an inmate's headbutt, I felt like that was a good one to share with y'all. That's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all's input, y'all's opinions. If y'all ever seen anything like this happen, drop it in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And like I always say, man, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only, I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.